A short bike ride up the main street through my neighborhood yields a buffet of churches: Evangelical Lutheran, Kojic, in a building that used to house a Jewish synagogue, an open-door church, Greek Orthodox, Anthem Church, more Lutheran, Methodist, more Kojic, and Presbyterian.
But why so many? If Jesus inaugurated one movement, founded one community, and wanted his followers to be one body, why are there so many churches, so many different denominations? In this module, you're going to delve deep into the historical and theological reasons why.
We will also look at how Christianity spread all over the planet, becoming a truly world religion. The Christian faith began, as you know, 2,000 years ago in Israel, Palestine, spread around the ancient Mediterranean world within a few centuries, and then pushed northward into Europe, Central Europe, Eastern Asia, and Britain within its first millennium of existence. But how did it get to the Americas? To sub-Saharan Africa, to East Asia and Southeast Asia? The short answer is that the Christian message traveled around the world with European colonizers and with Christians who were escaping persecution by other Christians in the 1400s all the way through the early 1900s. One of its destinations was a small island in Indonesia, where my in-laws are from. All of this is a long and complex story. The materials I've provided in the module, in addition to the textbook, will, I hope, help you to get acquainted with it and to start reflecting on it from different perspectives. Here are your assignments. First, as always, a discussion board post in the form of a 2-minute video. You will need to read and or to watch at least some of the lecture materials before you do this so that you can use them in your talk. You have a choice of debate topics. Topic 1. Has the global Catholic Church done more harm or good in the world over the centuries that we have studied so far? Topic 2. Who gets it right? Roman Catholics, Eastern Orthodox, or Protestants, and why? Speak freely, take a stand, be strong in your beliefs, and then respond to at least 2 of your peers in written replies. You have 2 short, I promise they're short, video quizzes, about 10 minutes each, I think. A lighthearted review of all of church history, and a video on the Great Schism, that's the split between East and West. These are some of the additional lecture materials provided at the beginning of the module. A video discussing the doctrine of discovery from a perspective that is very different from our textbook. There's no quiz over it, but it's very important that you watch at least some of it. You do not have to agree with the speaker's perspective, but you do need to understand that perspective and decide to what degree you agree with him and to what degree you would disagree and critique his perspective. 2 readings that are excerpts from the writings of John Calvin and Theodore Beza, 2 of the great 16th century Protestant reformers. It's a portion of John Calvin's Institutes where he writes about the Christian life, how to be followers of Christ in our everyday lives, a very ethical and spiritual reading there. And a reading from Theodore Beza, part of his discussion of the real presence of Christ in the Eucharist, the idea that when we consume the bread and wine, we're consuming Christ's body. He gives a Protestant perspective on that question that's very different from the Catholic doctrine, Roman Catholic doctrine of transubstantiation. So if you're interested in that topic, his reading would be the one to look at. And finally, a video that kind of shows how today the spread of Christianity all over the world has become part of the fabric of identity of many indigenous peoples. You will have 3 writing assignments. Each assignment hits on one of the central questions of this module: the East-West split, the Protestant Reformation, and the role of Christianity in European colonization. One of these, if you wish, may be a creative project such as a video, a graphic short story, or some sort of artwork even. Quote and cite lecture materials in these compositions. It's fine to do some external reading for yourself. You just want to Google each of these topics and see what comes up, great. But you need to quote and cite materials from this module in your writing and in your projects. As always, a reading from the Concise History textbook. I believe it's 3 chapters or selections from the chapters. A quiz to go with them, where the questions help you zero in on the content of those chapters that's really important for you to know. Again, those quiz questions will become part of your final exam at the very end of the semester. And last, the oral exercise, where you speak for 15 minutes, extemporaneously, pulling together everything that you've learned from this module, discussing it, synthesizing it, critiquing it, evaluating it. I've had trouble myself with uploading lengthy videos into Canvas. Sometimes it just doesn't work. So feel free to use any online platform. For example, you can make your video and upload it to YouTube as an unlisted video and attach the link to the assignment. Or if you wish, you could schedule a 15-minute Zoom call with me and just do it live. That would give me the opportunity to give you instant feedback and to ask you additional questions, to kind of pick your brain and see what more you know, to kind of flesh out your talk completely. As always, please contact me if you have any questions or any difficulties with anything that's in Canvas. Hope to hear from you soon and to read and to listen to your outstanding work. Thank you.